Yeah.
I was like, I want to see. I know Usyk is small, right? I know he's small for the weight class, but god damn, that dude is good. Yeah. God damn, he's good. And the pace that he fights at for a heavy.
Alexander Usyk's new training footage just came out, and it's making serious noise in the boxing world. As he gears up for the big fight against Daniel Dubois, fans are getting a front row seat to his intense workouts. From power punches to quick footwork, Usyk's putting in the work, and it's clear he's not messing around.
So I'm sure George can as well. I don't know, like, it's a great fight. You know, I think I'll give Dubois a shot in that fight. It's a good time. I mean, a little bit of inactivity because of the fight falling through against Joseph Parker, but you know, it's exciting, and I think definitely a fight he could win.
Do you think Usyk is rattled? I've never seen him respond to something like that. It seemed out of character.
It was a bit strange, you know, like the push, you know, but
well, the slow motion.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But Usyk, who knows, you know.
За три стали.
Joe Rogan recently talked about this fight and couldn't stop highlighting just how tricky Usyk is. In his words, Dubois isn't just walking into a fight with a champion, he's walking into the ring with probably the craftiest heavyweight out there right now. Usyk doesn't fight like a typical heavyweight. His angles, footwork, and movement are on another level. He's always shifting, feinting, turning, and creating space where none exists. Rogan said it best, this guy is slick.
Yes.
But he's fighting the craftiest heavyweight maybe of all time.
Yeah.
Usyk is so slick. He is,
Yes.
I mean, he's the guy who's trained by the same guy that Lomachenko was trained by. So he's got just unbelievable movement. His angles, the way he boxes, his fucking feints and movement. Totally.
And he entered the stadium on a gold throne carried by people. I'm like, bro, he ain't going to retire anytime soon, man.
He's fighting Usyk again.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight, too. He's nonstop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else.
What makes Usyk so hard to deal with, according to Rogan, is the fact that his foundation was built under Anatoly Lomachenko, the same coach who trained Vasily Lomachenko. That training style is all about movement, control, and deception. It's not just about landing punches, it's about making your opponent question everything. Usyk doesn't rely on power to win. He outsmarts you, he makes you miss, then makes you pay for it.
You've lived through that era.
He's delivered some good body shots too.
He did.
Don't worry. He dished out as good as he got, if not a little better. But yeah, he's the kind of guy. You said it well. You know the game. He's the kind of guy could have lived in any era because he's a full package. He's technically solid. He's mentally solid. You know, he's got the physical gifts. He's not great in one area, but he's very good in every area.
And that's exactly the challenge Dubois faces. Rogan pointed out that heavyweights normally don't deal with this level of skill. In the lower weight divisions, elite level technique is everywhere because fighters can't rely on size alone. But at heavyweight, many guys can get far just by being big and strong. Usyk breaks that mold completely. His timing, his combos, and his awareness are all built like a lightweight, but with the pressure of a heavyweight.
Knockout power, he can excel without having the kind of technique that a guy like Lomachenko and Usyk were trained by the same guy. They were both trained by Lomachenko's father. So they both have extreme technique. And then you have Bivol and
Bitterbeef that just fought. Same thing. Both like super Soviet style boxing, and you go, whoa, like this is technique, like really, really high level technique. But it's rare that someone with that kind of technique gets into the heavyweight division.
And that's why Fury is just a magnificent fighter, because
Joe made it clear that Dubois is stepping into deep waters. This isn't just a physical battle, it's mental. Usyk brings rhythm changes, weird angles, and constant motion. That kind of style messes with a fighter's timing. You throw, but he's not there. You step in, and he's already circling out. It's exhausting just to chase him. Joe said you can see the difference in the way Usyk throws combinations compared to most heavyweights. It's tighter, cleaner, and more thought out. That's why Rogan called Usyk a focused assassin in this upcoming fight. It's not just about defending his belts or reputation. It's about proving that brains can beat brawn. Dubois has power, no doubt, but Rogan seems to believe that technique like Usyk's is a rare problem to solve, especially at heavyweight, where so few guys can match that level of precision.
But can we see, is it possible at all that we see a rematch from the amateurs? You against Alexander Usyk at like a catch weight or something?
No, he's too strong to me, He's like heavyweight, he's too strong.
To achieve this, Usyk kicks off the day with resistance machines, targeting his back, legs, and core. Whether it's seated rows, leg presses, or crunch machines, each rep was controlled, explosive, and purposeful. He isn't chasing bulk. He is building functional strength that could transfer into power, balance, and endurance in the ring.
Це все хтось. Головне, що робиш ти. Кожен з нас має крила. Тільки хтось використовує їх для того, щоб літати. А хтось говорить, вони ж маленькі, як у курки, а курка ж не літає. Літає. Ще як літає.
These training clips have been making the rounds online again, and it's clear he's not taking Daniel Dubois lightly. Every frame shows him moving with speed, balance, and purpose. His footwork is sharp, his timing is tight, and the combinations are flowing with rhythm. Nothing about his preparation looks casual. This isn't just another title defense for him, it feels personal, focused, and dialed in. While we're at it, let's talk about speed drills. The man's hands are crazy fast. Watching him hit the double end bag is like watching a blur of non-stop punches. All fast, sharp, and clean. And it's not just his hands. He's working his footwork too, doing ladder drills and moving in and out super quickly. It's like he's on springs. Usyk's speed and power were unheard of before. Don Charles, Dubois' coach, has felt it firsthand, and he admits it's on another level. Don's no small guy either. He's around 130 kilos, built like a tank, yet it feels different when Dubois hits the pads. It's not just heavy, it's dense, like there's a deeper force behind every punch. Don's been in the game a long time, seen and felt punches from plenty of big men, but he says Dubois' power is freakish and immeasurable even. When Dubois goes to the body, Don has to wear a full body kit, and even then, it rattles him. He's the first to say, "Don't try this at home." That kind of power isn't normal, rather it's the kind that can end a fight in a second, and Don knows it better than anyone.
Yeah, the power is unmeasurable. freakish power, and it's got this density to it. I've only taken it on the pads, and I know I'm a big man, I'm 130 kilos, and I can take hits, and he feels different. That's all I can say to you. And I've got a body kit that he hits as well. I mean, God knows what's going on the inside of me. It's not advisable. Do not try this at home. Body kit and let Daniel Dubois hit you to the body. Do not try this at home.
Next, in the training phase, Usyk stands firm as his trainer delivers repeated shots to his abs. No flinching, no complaints. This brutal drill isn't about pain tolerance alone. It's designed to harden the core and train the body to absorb punches, especially body shots that could come from a heavy hitter like Dubois.
Ну мне тоже боляче, и шо? Я тебе ровно бью так. И шо? Я ж тебе не так бью. А я, это твои проблемы, я их бьешь. Давай. Давай.
Sparring was intense but strategic. Usyk rotated partners to simulate different styles, working on angles, counter shots, and head movement. Each round was a test of timing and control. He wasn't going for knockouts. He was sharpening his vision and reactions under pressure, learning to read an opponent's next move before it came.
Посміхатися і жити в цьому квадраті життя.
Finally, Usyk wrapped up with shadowboxing while holding light dumbbells. His fists flew with precision as the added weight forced his shoulders and arms to work overtime. This drill isn't just about stamina, it's about training speed under resistance, so his hands move like whips when the gloves go on. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, one of the sharpest minds in MMA, also broke down Usyk's training and fight style. Johnson points out how Usyk is relentless the moment the bell rings. He gets right on his opponent, applying constant pressure and never letting them breathe. Whether you stay in the pocket or try to move, Usyk's always there, closing the distance, wearing you down, and waiting for the perfect entry.
Nice. Already, one thing I love about Usyk, he gets right on his opponents right after the bell goes. Oh! Also damn good is that he just wears on you. If you stay in the void and fight him, he's able to get to you sooner. If you keep running away from him, he's gonna keep on going after you. So it's a hard conundrum to...
He also breaks down Usyk's strategy against bigger fighters like Fury. Usyk stays outside the lead leg, finding the right angles to sneak in shots and makes smart adjustments mid-fight. That's the kind of detail that shows how sharp Usyk is, not just physically but mentally too.
Usyk, he did very well. He stays outside the void, doing this with his hands, trying to... When you have a smaller guy fighting a bigger guy, which is pretty much the story of my career, you stand outside the void and you're waiting for your entry point to get inside the void so you can land the better shot that you want to land. And you see Usyk always circling outside the void, outside the lead leg of Tyson Fury, and trying to find his entry point. Once you find his entry point, at the beginning of the fight, he was going round with the left hand. Then you saw him start to make a little adjustments. Instead of going round, he was going more straight.
Were incredible. What you see Usyk do is a fraction of what Evander the Real Deal Holyfield, Mike Tyson, the angles and the stuff that they were doing, Archie Moore, Jersey Joe Walcott, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, ain't even a fraction of what they were doing. And we're looking at that and we're saying, man, that's amazing, because we're in this wasteland of heavyweights that can't move, but they're just big. And y'all think big and slow is better. Usyk will be giving Tyson Fury problems.
Johnson really nailed it when he broke down Usyk's movement, how he stays just outside the pocket, waiting for his moment, making little adjustments as the fight unfolds. It's the kind of style that wears opponents down over time. He's not just fast or flashy, rather he's calculated, patient, and relentless. That's what makes Usyk so hard to deal with. And it's not just fight fans or analysts who see this. Vladimir Klitschko, someone who's been in the ring with Usyk, had high praise for him too. Klitschko compared Usyk to a chess grandmaster, like Magnus Carlsen, saying Usyk is always thinking 3 steps ahead. It doesn't matter how big or strong the opponent is, Usyk dominates mentally and physically because of his technique, his strategy, and his sheer willpower.
The Ukraine has produced so many brilliant athletes over the years. Where does Alexander Usyk stand amongst all of them?
You know what, you cannot compare athletes with each other because everyone was great in his era. But I can compare Alexander Usyk to a chess player, like to a current chess player, a current champion, Mangus. Is unbelievable strategist, and he's basically playing chess. That's what Alexander Usyk is doing in the boxing ring. It doesn't matter how strong or big or heavy his opponents were. He was dominating mentally and physically through his technical skills.
Klitschko knows what it's like to face Usyk firsthand. He sparred with him, and even back then, he said Usyk was a technical fighter through and through. But what's really striking is that Klitschko believes Usyk has only gotten better since their sparring days. That's what makes Usyk so unique, that he never stops evolving. His skill set just keeps getting sharper, and his understanding of the game keeps growing. Usyk's not just relying on talent, it's all about dedication, discipline, and constant refinement. Every move, every feint, every punch is part of a bigger plan. And as he gears up for his fight against Dubois, you can bet he's not just thinking about throwing punches. He's thinking about how to set traps, how to control distance, and how to wear Dubois down round after round.
Give me a prime version of yourself. How would you deal with Alexander Usyk?
Oh my goodness, we did spar, believe it or not. So
can you tell me about that spar?
I know what it feels like to stand in the ring and fight in a sparring session with Alexander. As I said, technical fighter, just absolutely technical fighter, and he has improved much more since we sparred. So he got even better.
As Usyk prepares for his next challenge against Daniel Dubois, it's clear his training camp will focus on sharpening those same skills: relentless movement, strategic pressure, and the ability to adapt. With experts like Joe Rogan and Demetrius Johnson giving Usyk his due, the stage is set for an exciting matchup. What do you think of Usyk's preparation and his upcoming fight with Dubois? Let us know in the comments below.